going on, guys? This is David. Welcome back to the channel. As always, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I really appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. And we have one rule: do your own research. Do your own research. You appreciate your success a lot better, and it'll probably come a lot quicker if you do your own research. So I am not a financial advisor. So enough of that. Let's jump right into it and let's take a look at how the week went. So bear with me 1 second here. Let's jump right into the Dow Jones here. As you see on Friday, the Dow closed up 169 points. And I like to always start the show with a recap because it's important that you guys are looking to see what the Dow and the S&P and the Nasdaq are doing, because the fund that you may be invested in could be heavily impacted by the performance of the Dow or the S&P and the Nasdaq. So just FYI, just make it a habit to look at the performance each day. So as you see on Friday, the Dow was up 169 points. For the week, the Dow was up 88 points, not bad, 0.26%. Year to date so far, the Dow's up 2%, up 732 points. And if you look at the S&P, on Friday, S&P was up eight points for the week. And it feels good to still be sitting over that 4,000 mark. Remember, a lot of experts say that we would dip back to 3,200. So I hope not, but we'll see. But so far, over a month into the year, month and a half, we're sitting well over 4,000. So, that's good. But for the week, you see that the S&P is down 24 points, and year to date, the S&P is still up almost 7%, 266 points. And let's see here. We go to the Nasdaq. For the day, down 71 points. And I don't know if you guys hear the dog in the background. My neighbor has a dog that just loves to bark. So, I hope that doesn't bother you too much. Bothers me, but just one of those things. So the Nasdaq on Friday was down 71 points. For the week, the Nasdaq was down, as you see, 1%, 213 points. But for year to date, YTD's year to date, the Nasdaq is still up a strong 12%, 1,300 points. So still, you see the trajectory so far year to date. Still a strong start to the year for the Nasdaq. And like I said before, I am heavily invested in the Nasdaq. I'm looking to balance that out, but and the Nasdaq took a beating last year. Let's see for the year. For 1 year, you see the Nasdaq down 15%. So over 2,000 points. So the Nasdaq still has some work to do to get back to where it was, but so far so good. Start to the year, as you see, up 12%. So and my portfolio, is very happy right now to get some of those losses back, which we're in it for the long term. So it's to be expected. To put things in perspective, let's look at 5 years on the Nasdaq. As you see, is up 61%. 4,000 points. So let's if you were investing for the last 5 years in the Nasdaq, you'll see that it's up 61%. What is your savings earned in the last 5 years, right? So if you was investing in the Nasdaq the last 5 years, you could possibly be up 61%. And we can just go back to the S&P just to put things in perspective and why you should invest long term. For the last 5 years, you see the S&P is up 49%. So don't be tricked by a 1 year return of 7%. If you invest long term, 5 years, 49%. Right? Same with the Dow. I guarantee you, when you invest over the long term, you look at 1 year, the Dow is down 2%. Let's look for the last 5 years, up 34%, over 8,000 points. So that's why long-term investing is the key to build wealth. It's not an overnight success. Long-term investing is the key to building your wealth. So um, that's why, I strongly believe in investing your market and investing your money into the stock market long term. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know the power of investing long term. So let's see here. Now that we got that out the way, I wanted to talk to you guys about what's next on my watch list. So I'm gonna try to incorporate that segment into each video. Last video, I believe I talked about VTI is on my watch list, which I'll be purchasing real soon. But the next stock that's on, or fund that's on my watch list, VYM, and this is the Vanguard High Dividend Yield Index Fund. Vanguard High Dividend Yield Index Fund. There's that dog again. And let's take a look. Bear with me here. Let's just take a look over at Yahoo Finance. Remember, if you don't have Yahoo Finance downloaded on your phone, it is a great app to have, and especially starting out in the market, everybody should have Yahoo Finance. And it's a great way, easy way to follow the markets. If we just went over the S&P, the Dow, the NASDAQ, I want to talk a little bit about, or look at VYM. As you know, I'm investing in dividend stocks and just strong funds for the portfolio. So next on my list, on my watch list, is going to be the Vanguard High Dividend Yield Index Fund. So you see on Friday, it closed at $110, up 1%. All right. You see, here's the yield, 2.94%. Year to date, return 1.69%. So I know it's a dividend stock. And let's look at some of the top holdings in this fund. You see JP Morgan with a 3%. It's 3% of the assets. Johnson & Johnson, the Home Depot, Procter & Gamble, Bank of America, ExxonMobil, Comcast, Verizon, Intel, Cisco. I'm sure these are all companies that you've probably heard of, right? And so when people have a hard time investing in trying to pick or choose individual stocks, funds like VYM, which holds all of these individual stocks, are great investments. So, and this is going to be something that I am going to add to my portfolio real soon. VTI and VYM are next up on my watch list to add to the portfolio. And I talked about the dividend. So let's take a look. If you're on Yahoo Finance, you want to know how or if the stock pays a dividend, let's just go to historical data. I know that it pays a dividend, it already shows that, but let's take a look here. And I can already tell it's a quarterly dividend. As you see here, it was last paid in December. So probably around March, it's going to pay again. February, March, I'm sure it's March, pays a quarterly dividend, right? So that lets me know right here that it does pay a dividend. 0.975 was the last payout. Let's just go back a little further because it pays each quarter. September, 0.767. Back in June of last year, 0.848. So pretty strong dividend payout. I like the growth of the fund. I like the assets that makes up the fund that we just talked about. So I'm definitely going to be adding this to my portfolio once again for the long term. For the long term, let's go back here. And let's see. And you see the 52-week range, so it's traded as low as 94.59 and as high as 115.53. All right, so I really like VYM, and I'm definitely looking forward to adding to the portfolio, coming up with a plan to grow the position, and it's something that I want to hold for a long period of time. So just want to throw that out there. I'm not telling you to buy it, not telling you to purchase. Just do a little research. I'm probably definitely going to buy it in my portfolio, though, just FYI. So, All right, let's get to what we are here for. And that is an update on SCHD and VOO. This is the SCHD challenge. We are in week 6 of the challenge. And, we're just going to give updates every week just to show the progress that we're making. And this has been week 6. It's week 6 of the year. So we invested $6 into SCHD. We invested $6 into VOO. So our total for the week was $12 that we invested. So far for the year, we've invested $42 into this challenge. Not bad so far. 6 weeks. This coming week will be week 7. So we'll do, on this upcoming Friday, we'll do $7 in the SCHD. We'll do $7 in the VOO. And we're going to do that all the way through week 52. So we're seeing it starting to add up pretty quickly. It's going to be real interesting when we get, to the week 15s and the week 25s and the week 35. You're going to see this number really, really take off, as I think we're looking to invest. It's going to be about $1,300 into both funds here, SCHD and VOO. We really like both of those funds long term. So we're going to we just build it up. We're creating, it's just a creative way to build on that position. I also invest in SCHD and VOO outside of this challenge. So we just wanted to add more to what we already invested in. So I'm excited about how it's going so far. We talk about the JEP challenge, and this is basically a $5 a week challenge. We've done week 6. Week 7 will be next week. There's that dog again. And but that's just strictly a $5 challenge that we're doing. $40 so far. But back to SCHD, VOO, we are up to $42 for the year. And we're looking forward to week 7. And we're going to add quite a few shares to SCHD by the end of the year. And want to add a couple of shares to VOO as well. But SCHD is really one that we're going to increase our position on before the year is out. So just wanted to give you guys an update as we do every week, just to let you know how we're going. And let's see here. Yep. So, and that's it. That's the update for today. I'm not going to take up you guys' time. It is Super Bowl Sunday. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. I'm definitely going to enjoy mine. Man, this dog is just out of control, man. I don't want to say nothing. I know there's a lot of pet lovers, animal lovers out there, and I don't hate dogs, but this dog is just really annoying. If you have some secret tips of how I can get the neighbor's dog to stop barking all day and all night, leave them in the comment section. I really appreciate it. But until then, guys, I just want to give you guys an update. You guys have a great weekend. Remember, one rule: do your own research. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. And I will talk to you guys next time.